You may have come across something called a honey jar spell, maybe while searching for ways to improve a relationship or trying to understand how to bring someone closer to you. It's often described as a way to sweeten a connection. But what does that actually mean? And more importantly, what is a honey jar spell really about? In this video, I want to walk through it in a clear, grounded way so you can understand the meaning behind it, not just the idea itself. A honey jar spell is usually described as a symbolic ritual. It involves placing a name or two names inside a jar filled with honey. The symbolism is simple. Honey represents sweetness. The jar represents focus and containment. Together, the idea is to bring more harmony, softness, or connection into a situation. But it's important to understand, this isn't really about making something happen in a literal way. It's more about intention. Why people are drawn to it. People are usually drawn to something like this when emotions are involved. You might feel connected to someone unsure where things stand, or hoping a situation becomes clearer or softer. And in those moments, it's natural to look for something that feels like it could help. The idea of a honey jar spell feels simple, almost comforting. But what you're really responding to is the desire for clarity, connection, or emotional balance. If you've seen how it's done, the process is usually very simple. You write your name and the other person's name on a piece of paper. You fold it toward you, which symbolically represents drawing something closer. Then you place it in a jar and cover it with honey, and you set it aside. On the surface, it seems like a way to influence the situation, but underneath, it's really a moment where you slow down and focus your attention on what you want the connection to feel like. This part matters the most. A honey jar spell does not control another person's feelings, override someone's free will, or guarantee a specific outcome. No ritual can replace real communication, timing, or mutual connection. So if you're approaching this expecting it to make someone come back, it can lead to more confusion than clarity. Instead of changing someone else, this kind of practice often shifts you. It can help you slow down emotionally, become more aware of what you're feeling, and reflect on what you truly want. Sometimes, just taking that moment of intention creates a sense of calm. And from that place, things often become easier to understand. If you find yourself drawn to something like this, it can help to shift the question. Instead of asking, will this make them feel differently? Try asking, what am I hoping will change? What do I actually want from this connection? Am I looking for clarity or control? Those answers tend to bring more insight than the ritual itself. As I often remind people, a connection that's meant to grow tends to move in that direction naturally. And when something feels unclear, understanding it usually helps more than trying to influence it. So if you've been curious about honey jar spells, you don't have to dismiss the idea, but it can be helpful to understand what it's really pointing to. Because clarity, not control, is what actually moves things forward.